everybody to our group coaching session. This is Attract Soulful Love group coaching session for the month of March 2025. It is the 8th day of March 2025, and we've come a long way, and there's been a lot of positive feedback coming through, not just in the area of relationships, but in the area of life in general. People being in this classroom and other classrooms here are reporting an enhanced quality of being, an enriched quality of life, and that's really what the Attract Soulful Love teaching is about. So somebody might think that the Attract Soulful Love teaching is only about, as the name suggests, how to attract a person who is in support of your satisfaction. But really, the Attract Soulful Love teaching, I want to just explain it to you, is the third of my, banners to the public. So my main work has been for over 25 years, blissful living. So I've been under the banner of blissful living for 25 years. However, for the last 5 years or so, we have opened the doors to new students and supporting them to move into, let's say, spiritual power, then personal power, then prosperity power. You get what I mean? So these are the three main areas that the work that I do is centered around. Your spiritual power, which basically means your level of security. You see, your level of security is really the foundation of your life. If you are secure on that foundation, you can be a healthy, empowered adult. If you are insecure, there is no way you're going to be a healthy, empowered adult. And so security is the basis of my work. This is what, if you look at the Blissful Living teachings over 25 years, what I've learned is that you got to work with people and their level of security. Assist them to release ideas and fears and emotions and behaviors that are based in insecurity, in superstition, in ignorance. People don't know that they are in fact okay. People don't know that. People think that they will be okay when they have a job, when they have money, or they have a partner who has a job and has money, whatever it is. So a lot of people don't know that they are insecure. And so we speak of a universal spirituality here, a universal spirituality of knowing that there is a power because of whom we are, because of whom we continue to be, our universal creator, in whose care we've always been, will always be. We're all human beings are okay in the care of God. Now, you might say, but I can't see it. I don't feel okay, and other people are not okay, and that's because you are insecure. It means you're unaware, non-experiencing. So why do I bring that up in this teaching? Well, firstly, I want to tell you how important it is to stack your life up from the inside out, from the foundation up. In a pyramid, they put the capstone last. They don't put the capstone first. First, they put the big rocks at the bottom, or the boulders at the bottom, and then they put smaller ones going up, right to the capstone. So you got to put things in order. You got to put things in perspective. If you are secure, only as a secure person can you become and live, as an adult. Again, a lot of people think, what do you mean? I am 21 years of age and I'm an adult. A lot of people think that. But when we use the term adult here, we use the term adult in a defined way that you are one who is self-available, you are self-attending, you are relating to yourself in a caring way. You see? That's the way we use the term adult. That are you being self-beneficial? See, so if you don't know you've been benefited by a universal creator, and that you didn't cause you, and you don't have to continue you don't have to make the earth spin, you don't have to make your heart beat, you were caused into being. And that power that has produced you perpetuates you. You didn't have to make yourself be. You don't have to make yourself continue to be. There's a power that has created us all, and we are its creation in its care. The one power. The unique and supreme beyond this world, because of whom this world is. So anyway, when you recognize how benefited we are as human beings, when you start becoming aware of how benefited we are, like we got reason, and like I'm showing you how I reason, and we got sight and smell and taste, we've got fingers with joints, and when we walk we have knee joints to walk, we are elegant, the body that has been created in the best of molds according to scripture, we are the favored creation of God. If you try to count the blessings of God upon humanity, it's innumerable. You know what I mean? So if a person doesn't have an awareness of their creator, I'm talking about an actual awareness, I'm not talking about a religious belief and religious systems and religious identities, right? I'm not preaching religion here, I'm just telling you, the way it is, that you can open your eyes and look and see that the world is supportive. It's created supportive. You plant a seed, a fruit seed, it grows into a tree with lots of fruit. You get what I mean? The water is created palatable. You understand? That there's the rain and the sun, and there's animals to eat, the ones that are healthy anyway. And, that we've been considered, that we are really not just like animals. We are above, the highest life form on earth, human beings. So if you are a person who hasn't, become aware of that which has created you and continues you and cares for you, you are unlikely to be caring for yourself. You get what I mean? You won't care for yourself. So security, the more you feel secure, the less fearful, the less anxious, the less stressed you are, your body improves. In fact, we've been getting a lot of people telling us ever since they joined the teaching in the past few months or so, the doctors are impressed with the improvements in their health. You get what I mean? Now, it's not me doing anything to these people's health. It's me giving you a universal teaching. If you work the teaching will work for you. If you begin to realize that you have not been aware of a benevolent, beneficent, compassionate, merciful presence that has caused you and continues you, that cares for you, and you start realizing life is supportive. You start realizing, I don't have to take care of myself. I don't have to take care of anybody else. Nobody has to take care of themselves. Nobody has to take care of me. I don't have to take care of me. That we are all the creation of God. We are all taken care of. The sun rises for all of us. There's guidance for those of us who want it. Everything we require, everything we desire is already in this world. You get what I mean? Now, when somebody becomes aware of that and experiences that, they relax. Blood pressure goes down, heart rate, you know what I mean? The body, the immune system starts building. The more somebody feels, that caring of God, the compassion, the mercy of God, that person's being, they start feeling that ease, that being pleased, that peace, and their body starts responding, their life starts responding, because they are now in a higher level of awareness and experiencing compared to being in a lower level of awareness and non-experiencing. That's where the stress and strain is. That's where the compulsion is. So anybody who chooses to become aware, now you don't have to, this is not a religious teaching, and you don't have to accept a God or universal God, or anything like that. You can just begin to notice around you that the earth spins without us doing anything. I don't have to spin the earth for me. I don't have to spin the earth for you. You don't have to spin the earth for me. we didn't cause ourselves and we don't continue ourselves. You get what I mean? If you start looking at that and you start realizing that the world is created supportive of us, whatever we want is in the world. You get what I mean? We don't have to ask God to please put our ideally suitable partner in the world. He's already in the world if you're a woman. You get what I mean? So once you start realizing I have literally nothing to worry about. The one that has created me blessed, has created me, is with me and for me, wants me to be happy. You understand? I always quote the verse that says, God created you from one soul into pairs and has given you from among yourself people for you to partner with. He put love and compassion in your heart that you may dwell with each other in tranquility. You don't have to say, God, please don't forget about me, and don't forget about my partner, and don't forget about put love and compassion in my heart, and don't forget about dwelling in tranquility. God's already ahead of you. You get what I mean? You don't have to think, oh my God, what if God doesn't want me to dwell in tranquility? What if He doesn't put love and compassion in my heart? What if, oh please God, please put love and compassion in my, please God, put love and compassion in a man's heart. Please God, put a man in this world. It's already there. It's already done. You can relax. You get what I mean? You can chill. So when people start realizing that they're carrying this unnecessary stress and strain, and they're being compulsive, they're trying to make themselves okay, they're trying to make other people okay, they want other people to make them okay. Once you start realizing a simple fact, you didn't cause yourself, nor did you cause anybody else, nor did they cause you. They can't take care of you, you can't take care of them, you can't even take care of yourself. The one that created you is already taking care of you and taking care of everything. The moment you get that, peace, salam, shalom, shanti, saturai, samadhi. You get what I mean? We're carrying too much of thinking, oh, my mother and father got divorced, oh, the divorce rate is getting too high, hey, what if it happens to me? I don't want to live 30, 40 years to get divorced, and as an older lady, then what's going to happen to me? Relax. Security means ease up, calm down, you're not alone, you're feeling abandoned. You're not abandoned. God has not abandoned you. You've never been abandoned. You're just not aware. You get what I mean? So this is really the foundation of the work that I've been doing for over 25 years. By the way, I went to university in 1990. So, what's that? 35 years? 90, 25, 35. 35 years studying and doing this work, right? So I've got a lot of experience working with people, especially women. Most of the people in my counseling rooms and in my classes have been women, about, over 90%. So, I understand. I didn't start doing this yesterday. I didn't learn this from a book. I didn't have somebody teach me this. I have been going through this for a long time with a lot of people, hearing all kinds of stories, and I asked my Creator to please help me guide His people, and this is the wisdom that has come through that I'm sharing it with you. So our Attract Soulful Love teaching is really coming from a basis of security. You get what I mean? Where you relax, you ease up, you don't overreact and all that sort of thing. And so you feel that ease within you. It's an actual feeling. Peace is an actual feeling in you. If you're interested more in that, I have the Believer's Refuge training subscription. There's hundreds of lectures on the internet on that if you want to know, free of charge on the internet. There's lectures, but anyway. But this is what I'll always keep coming back to, that firstly, if you're not secure, you won't be caring for yourself. You will be trying to take care of yourself. There's a very big difference between caring for yourself and trying to take care of yourself. Get it? So I told you, you don't have to take care of yourself because you didn't create you, you don't continue, you didn't bless you, you can't do anything. Nor did you create anybody and bless them. You can't take care of anybody. Nobody can take care of you. So when you get this understanding, when you start realizing, hey, this is true. This man is not telling me to believe anything. He's asking me to open my eyes and look. You understand? Once you start realizing there's a power that has produced us and perpetuates us, it cares for us, it continues, it has provided guidance for us on how to live and what's in the world, and it wants good for us, it's merciful and compassionate. The scripture tells us, other than God, you have no friend. And I can tell you that, I can vouch to that. If you think somebody is your friend other than God, and some people are terrified of God, so sad, you know what I mean? So, it's God is your refuge. God is your place. That's where you go. So there's two reasons why I'm telling you. Actually more. Let's just say, okay, at least three reasons. The first reason is when you become secure, you don't look for a man or a partner to become your God. You get what I mean? A lot of women are insecure and they are looking for a man to take care of them. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot receive financial support from a man. You can. If you want to, you can. Like if I was speaking to a man, if he says, I'm looking for somebody to be my mommy, I say, look, if you want a woman to be caring to you and prepare meals for you, make sure your clothes are washed and all that sort of thing, assist you in your life, that's fine. But just understand that you're not turning to that person to take care of you. Or if you're thinking, I have to turn to people to take care of them, you understand? It's going to be a problem. You're starting off on the wrong track, right? On the wrong road, on the wrong track. So, if you understand the importance of security, you'll understand, one, that from being in a state of ease, non-resistance, non-reactive, trust, feeling okay now, you can then be caring to yourself. If you don't feel that ease, that peace, if you don't feel connected, that expansion, you will not really care for you, not take care of you. You will not be caring to yourself. The idea here, in my second banner, the first one is, Blissful Living is my flagship work, right? And from there, we have the security teachings. The first banner is security. The second banner is be an adult, be self-available, be caring for yourself. Care for yourself. Be interested in you and how you feel. If you're feeling all stressed, become aware. Like what are you thinking? What are you believing? It's lies. What are you stressing for? You understand? There's no need for stress. There's no need for strain. Stress and strain means there's fear. Fear means that you don't have any faith. You get what I mean? So, if you have the first banner teachings of security, that God is taking care of everybody, including your future husband, including you, including your future children or your children or whatever, if you have whatever. God is taking care of you. You don't have to take care of yourself. You don't have to take care of anybody. Nobody has to take care of you. You and everybody else is in the care of God. If you get that, then you can get on with the business of being caring to yourself. So when I say you don't have to take care of you, a lot of people are hearing you don't have to be caring to yourself. No, I didn't say that. I said you can't take care of yourself because you can't make the sun rise and set, keep the earth going, make the trees produce oxygen. The things that you require and desire are put on this earth for you. They're already given to you. You get what I mean? So you can't put a tree on this earth. You can plant a tree. It grows, but you don't make it grow. Yes, when trees produce oxygen, you require that. You can't go and buy oxygen, generally. We don't have to. The things we require, we already given. The earth spinning, if the earth didn't spin, if the trees didn't produce oxygen, if the plants didn't grow, then there's no life on earth. You get what I mean? The things that we really need, we already have. We already have God. We only need God, the one that has created us and couldn't. I'm not telling you this as a belief system. I'm telling you this as a factual thing. How is the earth kept a certain distance from the sun? If it's any closer, we'll all fry. If it's any further, we'll all freeze. Now, you can go to bed at night, and there's night and day. You don't have to worry about a thing. You don't have to say, I have to get up in the morning and spin the earth on its axis. I have to get up in the morning and bring the sun out. You know what I mean? I have to get up in the morning and make the trees produce oxygen. For me. If I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? I have to do it for somebody else. If I don't do it for them, they can't do it for themselves. I have to do it for my children. No. God who created you, you are His creation, you are in His care. If you choose to become aware in a smart, sensible way, you know what I mean? I'm not talking religious, I'm not talking belief systems, I'm talking open your eyes and see and relax and, release into the support that is there. Acknowledge the support, release into the support, feel that feeling of the release of worry and stress and tension, the diseased heart, feel that connection. So once you feel that connection, you can be caring to yourself. You can be caring to your mind. Like you are joining me here because you are caring for your mind. You know your mind is very important. You want to educate your mind. You're coming here, we're educating your mind, we're educating you, you're reasoning. You see, now if you didn't come here and you didn't bring yourself here for an education like this, you'd be neglecting your mind. You get what I mean? Now there are people out there neglecting their souls, neglecting their minds, neglecting their bodies, neglecting their lives. You get what I mean? Now, why? Because they're too busy trying to take care of themselves, they're too busy trying to take care of other people, they want other people to take care of them. They're not realizing we're all taken care of. But we must be caring to ourselves. That God has given human beings the ability to be self-beneficial. You, by being here, are being self-beneficial. Congratulations. So that's the second banner. Being an actual adult means you play a self-beneficial role in your life. You know what I mean? You educate yourself. So eating what's good to eat, halal and tayyib in Arabic. People say halal, but they don't know tayyib. It means wholesome, conscious. This is guidance again. Like care for your mind, care for your body. You get what I mean? Care for your life, care for your soul, care. So that's the second banner, where people learn to be caring to themselves. Now, that's what I teach in the Universal Bliss classes. In fact, on YouTube, there's, I don't know how many hundreds of hours of videos, I think maybe on a lot on the Universal Bliss there as well, free. There's a lot of free resources on YouTube and on Spotify. You're welcome to access them. They're there. And so, if you feel connected with God, with life, you feel peace, then you can, without guilt and shame and unworthiness and, affectedness and worry, you can be caring to yourself. If you're carrying guilt and shame and you think you're bad and you're stressed and compulsive, you won't be caring to yourself. In fact, just releasing guilt, shame, worry, fear is caring for you because you're interested in how you feel. A lot of people are maintaining compulsivity. You know what I mean? A lot of people are doing things to try and feel okay, to try and make themselves feel okay. So I was telling you, the more secure you become, the more you can be an adult who cares for you. The more secure you become, the more you can be an adult with other people because you don't want to be their mothers if you're a woman, and men don't want to be women's fathers. You know what I mean? You want to be adults with adults. That when you are secure, you're not going to take care of anybody. You're not too married to take care of anybody. You know what I mean? God is taking care of everybody. You can be caring to yourself. You who are caring to yourself who are available to you because you're secure. You're not self-abandoning. You're not self-unavailable. You can now extend your caring to let caring people care for you. You see, if you got guilt, shame, unworthiness, you're trying to be goody-goody, you're like sacrificing, struggling, straining, running around like a mad thing, making yourself sick for nothing, you understand, and then blaming God. God, why are you making me sick? Please heal me. In the meantime, you're ignorant. God wants ease for you, the Quran says. You get what I mean? He wants ease for you. He's given you endless favors. You can't count them all. You know what I mean? Which of the favors of your Lord do you deny? 31 times in one chapter it is asked. You get what I mean? And yet you have people acting like God gave us nothing. You know what I mean? And please give me, please give me, needy. You see, what you needy? You have God. You have the earth spinning. You have 24 hours in a day. This day was kept for you. What are you going to use this day for? You see, but people can't use this day beneficially if they are unconscious and living subconsciously. If you're unaware and non-experiencing, if you're not spiritually developed, like meaning I can feel a peace within me that's got nothing to do with this world. I can feel a peace within me that I don't need anything in this world to feel that peace. Whether I got a job or I don't have a job, I still feel the peace because my peace has got to do with God. My security doesn't have anything to do with a job or money or a man or a woman. My security has got to do with God. A job doesn't make the earth spin. A job doesn't make, my heart beat. A job doesn't make the trees produce oxygen. A man doesn't make the earth spin. A woman doesn't make the earth spin. You know what I mean? No. The things of this world are not as important as you think you are. Not even you trying to be perfect and so on and so forth. Not as important as you think you are. So you're not as important as you think you are. You're not as special as you think you are. Nobody is as important as special as you are. In fact, in Arabic teachings, they have a word for this. It's called shirk. It means when you associate partners with God. When you think you are God for you, or you are God for somebody else, or when you think others are God for you, you know what I mean? That is shirk. That is an association of partners. That you're saying that's a God. But when you start realizing we are created beings in a created being, we are temporary beings, we didn't even give ourselves existence, we didn't give ourselves this body that is in the best of molds, we didn't give ourselves a brain, we didn't give ourselves guidance, all this is given to us, then you start realizing I'm not as important as I think I am. I'm important, don't get me wrong. You are important, don't get me wrong. But not as important as you think you are. And men and women and people in this world are important, don't get me wrong. But they're not as important as you think you are. If you are exaggerating your importance, I have to make me okay. I have to make somebody else okay. Somebody else has to make me okay. If you exaggerate that importance, it's a form of associating partners with God. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, that's what it is. Because when you begin to realize there's only God who has blessed us and benefited us. We are the favored creation of God. He even put partners in the world, put love and compassion in our hearts that we may dwell with them in tranquility. The Quran says, for men of a high frequency, there's women of a high frequency. For women of a high, let's say it this way. For men with pure hearts, there's women with pure hearts. For women with pure hearts, there are men with pure hearts. You understand? Some of you be like, I married a narcissistic person. Yeah, you know why? Your heart was impure. Oh, but I read all my prayers, I've been a very good, whatever. Yeah, nice. Religious identity doesn't really help. There are those who say they believe in God in the last day, but they don't. You get what I mean? So if you have a relationship with your Creator, again, I'm not telling you this to change you, to convert you, to make you religious or spiritual. I'm just telling you, if you don't feel peace, if you don't feel secure, if you don't feel ease, if you don't realize that you're not as important as you are in taking care of you, you couldn't create yourself, you're not as important for anybody else, and nobody's as important. If you don't come back to this level of awareness, a universal level of awareness, that every human being can experience the same submission of the phantom self, the egos, can experience that peace within them, that I will not deny God, I will not deny His favor upon me. I choose to become aware of this benevolent, beneficent, loving power. And so, this is very important. You might be like, Ashraf, this is attract soulful love. Well, the key word there is love, right? And soulful. That's why I got the word soulful love, right? Soul means spiritual. Until you realize that there's only one love, and that is the love of God. There is no other love. Until you realize that no man can ever love you, until you realize that you cannot love any man, you understand? You'll be like, what are you talking about? I want a man to love me. You can have a man respect you, you can have a man consider you, you can have a man value you, you can have a man be supportive of you, you can have a man you enjoy being with, you can have a man who delights you, but you cannot really have a man who loves you. You get what I mean? Because love is, when used in relationships, it's a very, 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 very vague thing. When a man says to a woman, I love you, and she says, I love you too, we have no freaking clue what they're talking about. You understand? We have no clue. Because those are the same people at the time of divorce, they're hating each other and behaving in the worst. You get what I mean? The same people, they said, I love you, at the time of divorce and after divorce, they don't even look at each other, they hate each other. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what I love you is when a human being says it to another human being. I know what respect you is, I know what appreciate you is, value you, consider you, I appreciate you, I know all that. I love you, I don't know. I only know the love of God. That there's only one who created and loves. You know what I mean? So, that is God. See, giving you existence. No man can give you existence. God has given you existence, right? And God has given you life and guidance while you are here to awaken. And God has given you partners from among yourself. God loves you, not a man or a woman, men's case. Get what I mean? So if you're thinking, I'm looking for a man, he's going to make me feel good, he's going to love me, you don't know that there's God who actually loves you, who actually has created for you partners to dwell in tranquility. That we don't love a man or look for love from a man or a woman or a partner. You get what I mean? We can have a partner, and a partner is there as a blessing of God. A partner can be a blessing of God. Do you understand? Do you understand? Is it okay? Do you want me to skip this part and just go on to that? Is this meaningful to you? Can I have a thumbs up if it's meaningful to you? Are you bored? Are you sleeping? Okay. Understand? So you got to get the foundation right? So when you know that I exist and God has given me needs, desires and preferences, and like thirst, there's water, there's fruit on the trees and so on and so forth. God has given me the ability to care for me, to care for this body. I can value this body. I can value this mind. I can care for this body, this mind. The soul, I can care for my soul. Scripture tells us that if you're grateful, it's for the benefit of your own soul. If you are grateful, it benefits your own soul. Scripture also tells us those who are thankful get more. See what you're thankful for. So you can begin to understand here that how important security is. God loves you. Do you know that? You're living in fear of God, terrified ideas in your head. You understand? And are you looking for love in the world? Now, I told you, you already have the love of God. Cares for you. He wants you to care for you. Gave you the ability to be caring. Will you care for you? So I don't even know self-love. What is self-love? I don't know. But I know you can be accepting of yourself. You can be appreciating of yourself. You can be valuing of your body, your mind. You can be caring. I know all that. Self-love? I don't know. You know what I mean? And so if you are caring for you, you have the God-given ability to care for you. The more you are spiritually connected, the more you'll be caring for you. So why is this caring for you, the second banner, so important? Because if you know the basic caring for you, if you're caring for you and you're available. Now notice there's no man in the picture if you're a woman, right? There's no man in the picture. There's God, then there's you. See? There's you. And are you caring for you? Because some women are saying, I'm looking for a man to take care of me, and he must care for me. He must care for me. He must love me. He must care for me. You know what I mean? He's not your God. A man is not your God. He's going to be there for a reason. We're going to talk about that. And he's a mercy. Your ideal partner is a mercy of God unto you. And you can receive them into your life. That's what this whole program is about. But who can receive them? Not somebody who's turning to a man as their God. I mean, not to somebody who's turning to their man to take care of them. You've got to know that you are loved by God and you are taken care of. And you've got to be caring to yourself. If you are caring to yourself, you can extend your caring for yourself. This is what the Track Soulful Love program is all about. To have a man be caring to you. You see, a soulful spouse is for caring. Do you understand? A lot of people don't know what a husband is for, or a spouse is for. A spouse is for caring for you. That's what they're there for. So people get married and they're not interested in a spouse's caring for them. They're not interested. They're not even interested in their own caring for them. Do you understand? They're not interested in God's caring for them. So when they get married like that and they find that there's no caring, they get very sad and unhappy. And some that are used to stress and strain will try for years and decades to get caring out of that man. They just can't see that they don't feel the caring of God. They don't have their own caring. It's familiar. You get what I mean? Who are the women who will put up with men who are uncaring? The women who don't feel cared for by God, and the women who are not caring for themselves. They put up. They like, because they don't know. And in fact, if you feel cared for by God and you are caring for yourself, you will repel men who are uncaring for you. Because, what are they for? They're for caring. For you to care for them, to be caring to them, and for them to be caring to you. So you can see how the first banner of my teaching is security. The second banner of my teaching is selffulness. Are you selfful? Are you caring for? If you don't care for you, how are you going to care for another? If you don't care for you, how are you going to get a person to be caring? Let's say it this way. If you're not caring for you, how are you going to attract a caring man to be caring? If you don't care for you, you don't care whether you get a caring man. Do you understand? So a big word that we use in this teaching is presencing yourself. Presencing yourself. The first one is the presence of God, and then is the presencing of yourself. Like, I'm here, and I have needs, desires, and preferences, and I attend to me, and I care for myself. See, there's nothing to feel embarrassed about, nothing to feel ashamed about. Caring for me. Now, if you're that woman, we call you a progressive woman. If you're a selfful woman, you're an authority in your own life. You don't need anybody to give you permission to care for yourself. You choose to care for yourself. It's your God-given right to care for yourself. You are caring for you. You're being caring to yourself, your mind, your body, your life. You're interested in your life. You're interested in the quality of your life. Because some women are like in fantasy land, right? I'll get married and everything will be okay. And that's where the horrors come in. You get what I mean? Because a marriage is just a marriage. It's not a replacement of faith and peace. And it's not a replacement of your caring for you. So you got to stack them in this order. You got to stack them in the following order. First is your security. Then is your selffulness. Then is your lifefulness. When you're interested in you, how you feel, then you can say, in my life, authenticity. What is it that I am suited to do in the world? What do I love for who I am as a form of my own expression? Like for me, this is my work. When I was studying psychology at university, one lecturer told me, he said, what are you studying the soft things for? Soft? Why don't you become a chartered accountant and sign the big checks? You know what I mean? I'm following my authenticity. This feels right for me. When I speak about this, I mean it. I'm not just doing this to take your money. I will receive your money, but I'm here to give you value. I'm being value to you. Are you getting value from this? Anybody here getting value? Anybody's feeling like, okay, it's making sense. Are you getting value out of this? Can we say, yeah. So I'm being value to you in a way that is authentic. And so you too, when you get into the world, whether you are, in your livelihood or whatever, you can be authentic. Do something that is you. Do something that is an expression of yourself. And when you partner with people, do it authentically. Do it authentically. You get what I mean? Don't just do it from your head. You got to have your relationship with God, have your relationship with yourself. You got to be in your life. You got to have a life that's already functioning. A lot of women are waiting. They're in their father's homes. I'm waiting to get married. I'm waiting to start living. I'm waiting one day. And some also, although they're not living in their father's homes anymore, the fathers are dead and gone, passed on, whatever it is, they're still waiting. They're waiting for a man. They're waiting. They're waiting for their life to begin. You understand? No, you have a relationship with the only one that really exists, God. And then you can relate to yourself that who else? I mean, you with you all the time, right? If you don't be caring to you, who's going to be caring to you? And you already got a life. Every day you wake up in the morning, right? And you go to bed at night. There's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your 24 hours? Sitting at home waiting for a man to start living your life. You got to stack it up. Security. You see, I'll tell you why, right? Because, for example, I have a relationship with my Creator. If I meet a partner, and if I have a partner, I'm going to tell my partner, I have spiritual practices. God is very important to me. Every day I'll take the name of God. Not in a religious way. Some people get shocked, but where's your beard? Where's your hat? Where's your, white clothing? I say, I am talking about God. What are you telling me about my attire and my grooming and all that? I have God in my heart. You understand? As faith has entered into my heart. No. But if you talk about God, surely you should look a certain way, So I let people know. Even in my work, at the risk of putting students off, and I have done that before. A lot of students have turned away from these classes. They say, this man is too religious. And I'm not, but they say it's too religious. You get what I mean? So this is where we have this kind of situation. You get what I mean? That I will let people know. See? I will let people know that I am having a relationship with my Creator. I will let people know. What I'm saying is I will presence myself. When I meet people, and if I want to get close to them, or if I want them to get to know me, I tell them straight, you might find it hard to, wrap your mind around this, but I am a believer, and God plays a very central role in my life. And, you got to let me know and let other people know that God is there in your life. Or you have some kind of spiritual practice. If you don't have a spiritual practice, I feel sorry for you. Because we all require something to ground us, bring us back to peace every day. Not something you do compulsively as a ritual, but real submission, focusing on God or focusing on a power that cares for you, experiencing being loved by God, building that relationship with God. I will tell anybody in my life, my son, my mother, a spouse, I'll tell them God is before me and God is before you. I'll tell them straight. I put God before me, I put God before you. You like it? You don't like it? That's it. You get what I mean? And then I tell people, after God is me. You get what I mean? I care for me. So, I have self-nurturing practices. I know every day how to nurture myself. There are things I do for myself. So every day I will spend not only time with God, right, my time with God, but I will spend time for myself every day. If I don't experience joy and play and fun every day, I don't like it. I'm just telling you. I love, to connect with God and feel that peace and feel loved by Him and feel cared for and not overreact. And then I love enjoying myself. So every day I have time for myself to do things for myself. It can be an hour. It can be an hour and a half. But that time is for me. I don't skip my time with God. And I don't skip my time with me. You see? So I let people know this because people will be right. What do people do, especially women? They put the man as God. First is God, the man. The man, God. Then the second is the man, God. You know what I mean? And then they wonder why that man is a narcissist and why that man doesn't care for them, why that man is treated. And then they ask God, please, please change him. Please change him. They don't get how absurd this is. They don't have a relationship with God. They don't let that man know they have a relationship with God, that they are into peace. They're not into drama and trauma, they're into peace. You get what I mean? Peace with God. Cleanliness of spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? Hygiene, spiritual hygiene. If you're a person who's got spiritual hygiene with God, you'll select a man who's got spiritual hygiene too. You understand? If you have a sense of awareness of supportedness, and you appreciate that. Now there are some people say, I look after me, I got my own job, I have to look after me, I got my own business, they don't realize God is taking care of them, right? They might be religious, they might do all that, but they're not aware, they're not God aware. So if you have a relationship with God, you stack it up. So I'm telling you 3 reasons why I'm telling you the order of things. The first one, if you're not secure, you can't be caring to yourself. If you can't be caring to yourself, you'll never let a man care for you. If you are against being cared for by you, if you don't support you feeling good, you will never have a man support you feel good. Do you get the first reason why I'm telling you about security? You get that? If you don't feel secure, know that God is taking care of you. You won't be caring for you. You will be self-abandoning. If you're self-abandoning, you won't be caring for you. You won't let a man care for you. You get that? I got one heart. One person got it. Is anybody else getting the reason why I'm telling you this? Okay, thank you. I appreciate the response. So there's a reason I'm talking to you here. You get it? I mean, I'm sharing something that if you get this, if you grasp this, it's a foundation on which when we go forward, you'll be able to easily, effortlessly, and elegantly attract that partner into your life. You won't go there 10 steps front, 100 steps back. I don't want you to go forward and go backward, front, back, front, back, front, back. I don't want to go. I want you to start with a proper foundation and move forward elegantly. So that's the reason why I'm telling you this. The second reason is the way you stack it. If you stack it God first, or you have spiritual practice, then you have self-care practices, then you presence yourself with other people, and you let them know that you're interested in feeling good with God and feeling good with yourself, and that you want to be in a relationship and feel good with them. If you just marry any man, and he's not into spirituality, if you are into spirituality or some kind of peace or some kind of teaching that assists you to function at a higher level, and he's not, then he's going to tell you, stop, I want your full attention. What you giving God all that attention for? I want you for me all the time. But if you let people know you have spiritual practice that benefits you, not religious unless you are, and you are a person who cares for you and you value that, then when you say the reason why I want to get married, when you're telling people, is I want to experience mutual caring. That's the reason why I want to get married. Very rarely will you ever find a woman saying to a man, you want to marry me? The reason why I want to get married is for mutual caring. I want to experience the caring that a spouse can give me, spousal satisfaction. They never say that. They'll talk about everything else besides that. That I want to feel good naturally with a man. This is my God-given privilege to feel good with a man, to have a man and fulfill my spousal preferences and be satisfied. So the first reason is without security, you can't be caring for you, you won't let somebody care for you. The second reason, if you stack it up this way, when you meet somebody, if there's you, there's God, you, your life, you meet somebody who fits into your life. They fit into your life. Your life is arranged in a certain way. Like for me, I'll give you an example. If I say, look, God is a big deal in my life, every day, I spend time, certain times I'm not to be disturbed, it's my time with God. I do this every day. So people know. So if I'm with a partner and say, but here you go again, time with God, we want to do this, you want to spend time with God, then I know, then I'll be tempted to leave the time with God and make this God happy. You know what I mean? So, no. First is God, even before me. Before what I think about me and about life, and there's God. That's me. I'm not saying that you should be that way, you could be that way. Basically what I'm saying is my peace before everything else. My security before everything else. My connection, my expansion before everything else. It's being secure before. It's a word for believer. In Arabic it's mu'min, it means to be secure. Being secure is very important. Being a believer is very important to me. Then is me and my own self-nurturing and self-caring. That is my life. So I organize, there's me with God, there's me with me. Like I told you, at least an hour I'll spend my me time. And I'm enjoying myself. I'm my own best friend, really. And it's a lovely thing. It's the most beautiful thing to be your own best friend. And to have a relationship with you that is so caring. It's a wonderful thing. A lot of women are waiting for a man to have that relationship with a man. You've got to have that relationship with you first. You get what I mean? So I've got my relationship with God, I've got my relationship with me, my body, my life. I'm in my life. This is the work that I do, whatever it is. And now if I meet somebody, if I say, look, this is the work that I do. And they say, I don't like it because you got too many women in your classrooms. And what do I say? Oh, I'm going to leave all my work to marry you, to make you happy. I say, look, we're not suited. If somebody tells me you spend too much of time with God, you're too happy, you enjoy yourself by yourself, we can't stand that. You're doing work that you love. Please stop all this to be with me. I'll tell them, we're not a good fit. You know what I mean? We're not a good fit. So if you stack your life up like that, you're already setting yourself up for success. You're going to attract a partner who's going to be fitting in with the stack. God first, me second, my life third, social systems and spousal systems. So it all stacks in like this, and that's what a really enjoyable life is comprised about. The happiness with God, and the happiness with yourself, and the happiness in your life, and the happiness in your work or social connections, and the cherry on the top, the last relationship that you'll have before the relationship you'll have with your children is the one with your spouse. So notice where the spouse comes in. But notice where women have put men right at the beginning, especially Indian women from India. This has been a cultural thing in India. Those of you who have Indian background and all that, you got work to do. In India, 200 years ago, in fact, even now in certain states, when a man dies, the woman has to jump on the funeral pyre, but they've made it outlawed, so now they've stopped that, and now they... But up until recently, it was a common practice in India for when your husband dies, get on the funeral pyre. They're cremating his body, you get on that. While you're alive, you get there. So that's happened in India and happens in some hidden places. But today, they stopped that practice, so now the woman has no life of her own. After husband dies, wear that white sari, that's it. You can't even go to your son's wedding. You can't be happy. So Indian woman who's got this culture, it's a bit of a challenge. Those are part of the blocks, you know what I mean? So, anyway. So, if you're secure, you can care for yourself and you can let somebody else care for you. If you are secure, you can stack up your life to have a partner who fits into your life. If you already have a life before you have a partner, you can have a partner fit into your life. You know what I mean? If you don't have a life, thinking your partner is going to be alive, it's going to disrupt you. You're going to be not yourself. You get what I mean? So, would anybody like to, ask questions about that or speak about that a little bit? Because this is the foundation. You're happy with God, you're happy with yourself, and you're happy in your life. You're happily unmarried. You're alive and an adult without being married. You have a life as an adult without being married. And you are happy that your ideally suitable guy already exists in the world. That there are men in the world, high value men. There is your ideally suitable partner. It's all happiness, right? I'm happy God is taking care of me, taking care of things for me. I'm happy that I have the ability to benefit me. I've learned to benefit me. I've got the Best Life book club going on where we teach people that, and I've learned to own my life. and be authentic in my life. I'm finding out who I am and what I like. I'm allowing myself to be who I am. I'm having a life with social networks. I connect with people who support me. I have support systems, you see. So I'll just say it like this, that when you have the support system that is God, and you have the support system that is your relationship with yourself, and you have people in your life, and you choose supportive life experiences that support you, like this work supports me, and you connect with people, like I'm connecting with you, and you guys are supportive of me. We're in a support system. When you start making choices and decisions in life to have only support, you can't have friends treating you like dirt and thinking you're going to marry the Prince Charming. You get what I mean? You can't hang around with toxic people and, suffer with them and think you're going to marry somebody who adores you. It's not going to work. You get what I mean? It's all about feeling supported with God, feeling supported by yourself, having a life that you look forward to getting up every morning. You can do that. You understand? Having people in your life that benefit you, like I'm a person, you've allowed me to benefit you. This is support. The more you feel supported in life, will you let yourself be supported? Will you let yourself feel supported? The more you feel supported, guess what? You'll attract a supportive man who ideally suits you. Get what I mean? If you there's no God, I have to work hard, and I'm stressing and straining and making myself sick, and I don't care about me, I'm too busy doing everything for everybody, I don't have a relationship with me, you're not your own support. I told you, for an hour a day minimum, and at least for 15-20 minutes of that, I have joy, pleasure. I feel great. I do fun just by myself. I'm having so much of fun by myself. Every night I have fun by myself, at least 15 minutes. Fun, play, playfulness. Do you allow yourself to play every day? Oh, I've got children, I'm helping the whole world and all. The Prophet Muhammad used to play in the mosque. They used to play, they used to wrestle, they used to run, they used to have games and competitions and archery. They used to play. Do you understand? I didn't know he used to play. Adults can play. That's when you're an adult who can play. That's when you can have a partner that you play with, that you can be playful with, that they can be playful with you. In fact, one sign that a man is healthy is playfulness. If you have a man that doesn't smile or doesn't laugh, or is mockingly laughing at people, that's a different story, right? But if you have a man who's playful, let me tell you, you got a healthy man. If you have a man who smiles, if a man who's joyful, that's all the Prophet Muhammad's attributes, right? That is healthy. That's his mannerisms. Not just putting it on the face because you have to put a smile on your face to enter heaven. You know what I mean? I'm talking from the heart. So if you are playful and you can play with other people, that's why I have fun doing this. I don't know if you noticed. I don't say, okay, here is the, PowerPoint. The first point, the second point. I'm being myself. I'm expressing myself. I'm aware, I'm experiencing, I'm expressing, I'm being joyful, I'm playing. I don't care whether people think of me, judge me, nothing. I'm not afraid of rejection. I don't worry about people's judgment as long as I'm having fun. You understand? That's boosting my immune system. It's following the Prophet's ways. And I enjoy myself, enjoy my life. I'm doing work that's enjoyable. I'm boosting good feeling. Guess what? You're going to become attractive to a high value partner because you feel good. We're going to talk about this. Today. You're going to realize some incredible insights. Anybody already got their money's worth from today? Anybody's already saying, okay, I already got what I paid for, more than that. Okay, very good. So let's go on with sharing, right? Very good. There's lots more gems coming your way.